President Yudhoyono of the Republic of Indonesia, Prime Minister Tillman Thomas of Grenada, Prime Minister Julia Gillard of Australia, Prime Minister Winston Spencer from Antigua and Barbuda, Vice President of the Republic of Seychelles, Chairman Johei Sasakawa from the Nippon Foundation, Glenn Prickett, Vice President of External Affairs from the Nature Conservancy, distinguished guests. On behalf of President Santos, I would like to express his regrets for him not being present. Traffic conditions and his intervention at 10 a.m. made him impossible for him and Mr. Pearl to attend this very important event for Colombia. I would also like, in his behalf, to warmly thank President of the Republic of Indonesia and the Prime Minister of Grenada for hosting this event and this kind invitation. Now I would like to express in President Santos' words what he would have said in this morning. Colombia's proposal in Rio +20 for launching a set of sustainable development goals is a vision of change. This vision is coherent with our government's national development plan. I would like to highlight 3 ambitious initiatives that will fulfill key indicators of sustainable development and ensure that our country's vast natural wealth is safeguarded for future generations. The first initiative is the integrated watershed management in the Magdalena River. The Magdalena River basin covers almost a fourth of the Colombian territory and is home to the highest number of ecoregions in South America. This river is a source of drinking water for 80% of Colombia's population. The basin produces 86% of the gross domestic product, generates 75% of the country's agricultural production, produces 70% of the country's hydraulic energy, and produces more than 90% of the country's coffee. The National Development Plan has prioritized this strategic watershed and the need for an integrated management and governance and management plan. This is consistent with the Ministry of the Environment's National Water Resources Policy, which will undertake an integrated and participatory planning system, working with the diverse actors and multiple interests and objectives. Actions to be developed in the Magdalena Basin will guarantee the continued offer of safe water for consumption and for ongoing economic development with strategy for integrated planning, conservation, and sustainable use of water resources. The second initiative is the national strategy to achieve biodiversity net gain in the context of development projects. Just as Colombia 5 growth engines or locomotives, which include housing, mining, and energy, agriculture, infrastructure, and innovation, our government is deciding where and how this progress should be undertaken, so as not to undermine our country's vast natural wealth and guarantee the well-being for future generations. Think, if you will, of these growth engines as trains. These trains need rails, which come in the form of clear rules and guidance. This is why our government has recently developed a national scheme to achieve biodiversity net gain by the productive sectors with the technical support of the Nature Conservancy and other international experts. The compensation scheme goes beyond our previous measures, which were arbitrary and subject to local interpretation by both project owners and evaluators. Previous measures were short-term and based on reforestation with commercial species. The new strategy encourages business to take responsibility for its impact on the environment, helping achieve the wider goals of conservation, wise land use planning, and sustainable development. This new innovative compensation program from my government establishes clear mandates with unified criteria where companies can plan ahead and implement their offsets in an orderly and efficient way as part of the development project. Infrastructures projects, for example, after having exhausted all their efforts to mitigate and avoid loss of biodiversity, will be able to undertake clear actions guided by objective principles in restoration of degraded ecosystems or the expansion of protected areas. This certainly can be beneficial not only for development projects, but it also characterizes Colombia as a good place in which to do business. The third initiative is the Amazon Region Conservation and Sustainable Use Initiative. The Amazon rainforest produces 1/5 of the oxygen and the water in the world. 43% of Colombia's territory is covered with this ecosystem, 86% of which still remains in forest cover. This region is a veritable factory of carbon, water, and biodiversity. It produces 39% of Colombia's water supply and helps to stabilize regional and global climate. 55% of the national parks in Colombia are in the Amazon. However, threats to this pristine ecosystem and to their cultural and natural wealth are increasing. Illegal mining, forest exploitation, and extensive cattle ranching are threatening this area's integrity. Indeed, 7 of the 16 areas defined as hotspots of deforestation in our country are located in the Amazon. If these activities continue, by 2050, the Colombian Amazon could lose another 13 million hectares. What are we doing to counteract these threats? As a government, we're selecting the most strategic biological corridor between the Andes and the Amazon basin. It includes the largest national park in the country, Chiribiquete, with almost 1.2 million hectares. We are in the process of expanding this park significantly, but we are also launching a project that will arrest the underlying causes of deforestation with a strategy that focuses on improving governance and conservation and promotes sustainable production systems, such as silvopastoral systems and Amazonian product development. This initiative will build up upon significant experience over several years upscaling on-the-ground impact in other regions of Colombia. The 3 initiatives that I just mentioned contribute to Colombia's national sustainable development goals and are also clear examples of green economy. We welcome this space where we can all share our commitments towards a sustainable planet. And I would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to the President of Indonesia. Indonesia has been a strong supporter of the SDG proposal. We also share our status as mega diverse countries and pursue a similar outlook on green economy strategies. I finally would like to give a special thanks to the Nature Conservancy team and their liaison in Colombia, Jose Yunis, for their commitment and support. I thank you.